Must be bored if Lynette is watching Bobby Flay. I don't know. I'm sort of, in a way, jealous of when he is eating stuff. Of course, turning my show practically into a drinking show, so, I guess I have nothing to be jealous of. Hey, welcome in on a Monday. I see I got one viewer. Not sure who you are. Please feel free to shout out in the chat. But I missed you guys. Like life was too busy to do the Monday planning sessions and the Friday recaps. We need to get back into that because that is fun for me, and hopefully it's fun for you. The Ruin is here. Yo yo yo, the Ruin. Speaking of a drinking show, so I will tell you. So I gotten a couple of new. Hey Lynette, good to see you here. So I got a couple of new purchases. I got an Old Ezra rye whiskey. I got an Old Ezra 7. This I just picked up today. I also got a Old Ezra bourbon. It's also a 7-year, and that's very good. And then I got a Castle and Key, and you might remember that there's a Castle and Key in here that I thought was boring. Well, the Castle and Key small batch bourbon that I got, that is not boring. So let me tell you. This is the rye. I was just doing a quick sample, and then we're going to finish the workday and go home. But I'm here with you for about a half an hour. Hey, I wanted to shout out to some people, some new subscribers. I don't know if they're new subscribers because of shorts or whatever. We got a fella, his subscriber name is Chris, and then he's got like a sideways smiley face. So welcome, Chris. Let's see who else. There was a couple. Figure I may as well shout them out. Daniel Eng, Daniel E-N-G. I don't know how he says that. He's had a YouTube channel for quite a while, but he's only got a couple of videos on it. He's an excellent piano player. What else do we got? I was gonna get at least one more, but I got some scrolling to do. Luis Andrade. That's my best guess. Please forgive me if I've mispronounced your names. So I will try to, rather than scroll through like I'm doing now, I will try in the future to write these down and bring them to you. And the Ruin, I need to put a circle on the camera. I need to do that. Maybe I'll take a dry erase marker, put a big fat purple arrow pointing at the camera. Then maybe I'll remember. That does seem to help a little bit. Big old fat purple arrow. We've got Incredible Now. They're a new subscriber 2 weeks ago. No videos, 15 subscribers. That always amuses me. If you subscribe to me, like YouTube, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a setting that you have to set, YouTube will sometimes tell me when an individual person has subscribed, and I always go to their channel and see like what's going on. Like, are they someone that's posting stuff? Who knows? So it's always very interesting to see some of these people. The Park Bopper, I think that's because of the Pete McDivitt show. I think he's on the Pete McDivitt show a lot. So we got the Park Bopper, a newer subscriber. So if your name pops up, and it won't always, I remember Colleen Kidder was the first subscriber that popped up. But if your name pops up, I will shout you out in one of the live streams. I think that's it. That's it for now. And if you're making fake subscriptions to boost my subscription count, thank you, and don't do it. We need to be honest here, right? That's mostly for Chief Leaf. And I don't think he's made that many. It's just a fun joke. Speaking of subscribers, we're up to 197. We're just short of 200. Of course, I have a race with you. We're going to... if I don't get this bar over here done before I get to 250. And sometimes I feel like that's attainable pretty easily. Sometimes I feel like, oh, there, Stephen Noon, MVP, welcome. Sometimes I feel getting the bar done before 250 is going to be super easy, and sometimes I worry that'll be difficult. So tomorrow I will probably order the cabinets finally. Hi there, Shelly. Welcome in. Shelly. Tomorrow I will probably order the cabinets finally. I'm ordering them and not building them because, in case you don't know this already, the purse store that I work for, those jobs are wonderful, but they take a lot out of me when I do them. A lot of loss of sleep, a lot of use of energy. So what I want to do, especially as we get farther, now the next store for them is in Texas, in Dallas-Fort Worth area, which course, Texas is huge. That's I guess that would be North Texas. Um, Dallas Fort Worth is 5 hour drive from Houston, from what I hear. So big state. But regardless, Lexington, we took stuff down. That was a 6 hour drive from here to Lexington, Kentucky. And let me just make sure this text. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Um, Lexington was a 6 hour drive. That felt reasonable to go down and do that work. That took a lot out of me and Mrs. Izzo. So this time, what our goal is to order the cabinets, have them delivered, so that way we assemble them, install them. Should be a lot easier on us. Peaches P, wow, man, we had a great group today. Thank you so much. Um, so what I've done, in case you didn't know this already, probably most of you know this. I've ordered, or I'm going to order. I've designed already, and so I'm going to order a set of cabinets from a cabinet company that I deal with when I don't feel like making the cabinets myself. Um, so I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to show the leather purse people. And if they say that it's good, then we're going to order them. Then we're going to order them through them from now on. The nice part about that, so the Texas store is an 18-hour drive. So by ordering it, I don't feel like I need to bring all of my tools. What that lets us do is that lets me and Mrs. Izzo get into our Honda. We've got a CRV. It lets us get into the Honda and pretty much pack that out with tools and our personal supplies, and lets us drive the tools to Texas. That saves us the cost of a rental. I don't know what flights are like. I didn't check on them. The customer was nice enough to just book my flights, so that way I didn't. I mean, basically, I would have charged them for the flight anyway, but they booked the flight, so I don't even know how much that cost. I don't know how much the hotel was. Um, but we're gonna drive down. We're gonna rent an Airbnb. I have to do some tile work this time around. Unless they find a local tiler, which is fine. I told them they could do it either way. But at the moment, I'm planning on doing the tile work for them on the floor in front of the cabinets, and then the nice part about having this company do it is they will ship it right to the job site. So it'll get delivered. I will assemble it. There will be some cutting, some modification, but not a ton. I'll be able to assemble it fairly quickly, and install it. So that's the goal, is to just keep this work going without killing myself. Let me just make sure this wasn't an important text. Hold on. I do have to leave here at 7. Okay, now we're good. Well, why am I getting other notifications? I already saw that text. Okay, anyway, let's ignore it. So hold on, let's go to the chat for a second. Peaches, I'm doing great. I'm glad that everyone here could make the stream. I put enough advanced warning, I think, for a change through it in the Discord, so thank you so much for showing up. Or perhaps YouTube did the notification bell for you. So Shelly, am I allowed to talk about you, Shelly? Am I allowed to talk about you? Or would you rather not? It doesn't matter. We'll talk about something else while she responds. So, I've added something besides clean to the shop to do. How-to videos. I would like to add some really nice... Sounds like a good plan. Yeah, I hope that's good. So Shelly is coming to Cleveland to see some of the sights. And we have not promised each other that we would be able to get together and say hi. Of course, obviously, that would be wonderful if we did. But Shelly's coming to see Cleveland. You can come see Cleveland. There's fun things to do. I don't know all of her plans, but I know one of them is the Christmas Story house, which is, as a Clevelander... so this is funny about me, so I don't even celebrate Christmas. But as a Clevelander, I love the Christmas Story movie. There's so much Cleveland lore in there, and it's just such a good family movie. That movie's wonderful. So she's gonna come see that house. I've been to the house. I've done the tour. I've gotten under the sink and taken the picture. So there's the Christmas Story house. I haven't checked in a little while. It's been a couple years since I was there. At one point, they were hoping to buy the Bumpus's house next door, and then, but I know it was also up for sale, so I don't know if it's been sold, if it's the same owner. And then across the street is a gift store for the Christmas Story, but they also have Christmas Vacation heirlooms in there. So if you ever wanted the moose-headed mug from A Christmas Story to drink stuff out of, that's in that store over there. So I'll give you the one story I remember from the tour that we took there. When they were scouting locations, I don't remember what exactly attracted them to the house that they ended up purchasing for the movie, but they actually, let's see. Oh, see, and I can't remember exactly. Either when they were talking to whoever was selling it, or whoever was showing it to them, or if they did actually walk into the bar. But they found out somehow that the person that owned it was a regular in the bar across Caddy Corner from the street. So you got. So here, let's draw it. Let's draw it. So I can't remember the street names. You'll have to look them up. But like the Christmas Story house is here. Bumpus house is here. Let's put a B. Let's put a C. The gift store is across the street, across from the Christmas Story house. So we'll call that G. So anyway, the deal went down here in this bar, and I don't remember from the tour. Unfortunately, my memory's not great. You probably couldn't even see that very well. You might have to zoom in. So gift store across from the Christmas Story store. Bar across from the Bumpus house. Apparently, the deal for filming and possibly buying the house went down in that bar. So when my family and I went and visited the store, the Christmas Story house, we of course went into that bar, which is still existing and it's still open, and we had a beer. And so that might be, Shelly, might be something you want to do on your visit to it as well. So there are some very neat things in Cleveland. I don't know how great I was in recommending things to Shelly, but hopefully I did well. If she enjoyed her trip, yeah, cool. If you got time, may as well go over there, have a drink or have some snacks. I think they had appetizers. I don't think it was a full restaurant. But yeah, Shelly, if I did good with my recommendations, let me know, and I'll make a list, and we'll make sure we keep doing that for people. Now, much longer ago, when we talked about the plan for June, I originally had Sandusky today. So I think I had originally said that I was going to be live streaming at Cedar Point at noon today. Obviously, that didn't happen. I think I might have put an update in the channel. I don't remember, but that's happening this Friday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm in bed on time on Thursday. I'm going to make sure that I leave early enough where I am on the job site at 8 a.m. If I do that, by the time I finish installing one condo, should be around noon. And then I'm going to go over to Cedar Point. We're going to live stream. I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to walk around a little bit. We're going to ride whatever roller coaster has the shortest wait. Maybe I'll remember to bring my chest mount. I bought one after I saw Steven MVP get one for Tron. So we're gonna lunch. We're gonna walk. We're gonna ride one coaster for an hour, and then I'll go back to the job site and do another condo's worth of cabinets. That's the plan right now. Chief Leaf, working at the shoe department in Kohl's, but he took a second to say hi. Thank you so much, Chief Leaf. You'll have to give me all of that news about your change of occupation, because I know you were Wally World and then you were Sam's Club. So we'll have to find out about that. Yeah, Shelly, you should be home by then, so maybe you'll be able to watch, unless you have to work, of course. So I've went ahead and erased May, even though this makes this out of order and that's weird. I put July in. I don't have anything except what I'm doing now, and based on your voting, I still have to throw this barrel at Donkey Kong, and that will happen. I'll make sure it happens by July 13th. I'm going to give myself 1 month. So we're going to throw the barrel at Donkey Kong. I've thought about it. I know how I'm going to do it. But anyway, on the 13th of each month, since we're doing monthly for the tastings, we will taste this. I've been keeping track of everything that goes into the barrel here. The infinity bottle. So, since the symbol for infinity looks like the number 8 on its side, we're going to do that on the 8th of months in the future. So on the 8th, we will do... there is no 8th. So my calendar's a little funky. I've only got Monday through Friday on here. So I'll just write a little note. 8th is the infinity bottle. And someone suggested to me that... I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not facing you. Someone suggested that I explain the infinity bottle and barrel a little bit in depth. So we'll do something like that. Absolutely. All right, did I miss anything? Sounds fun. Good. All right, what else? EOC, that's just a cabinet shop that I do work for sometimes, so I got 1 day of helping them finish a job there. And then, of course, we talked about that earlier in the month. So Friday, because I'll do the live stream from Sandusky, I probably won't do a live stream that night, but you never know. Maybe I'll just do one for fun. All right, things for the channel. So if I have enough energy, I've got a Zoom meeting at 7:30 that I got to do. Usually isn't more than an hour. If I have energy after that, I will attempt to play some cello and try to get you guys a cello shot and submit it before midnight. So we'll have Monday Music Day. If not, maybe I'll grab one of my old karaoke's and put it on there so you guys are stuck listening to me sing. This Thursday, for Thursday, we have a very interesting to me, a long and a short. The short is just kind of like an epilogue to the long, but maybe it'll drop some interest. In the long video, we're going to me and the Ruin are going to blind test 3 different Maker's Mark, and we're a regular one, a 101, and a cast strength, and we're going to let you know which one we think is the best. And we had Izzo's wife mix them up, so the Ruin and I did not know who or what was in what glass, and the results were surprising to us. So it'll be interesting for you to see that. I hope. Like I said, I think it's interesting. I don't know if it really is, but we'll see. And then, like I said, the short is just kind of like an epilogue, something we found out that was interesting afterwards. But that's all Thursday. So before midnight tonight, one I can definitely promise. So I'm gonna shoot for some sort of music tonight, but I do want to just do a 1-minute short of my weekend off the grid, and I'll shoot that out before midnight. I was partway through a construction video. I think I just have to add maybe music, or I might only have to add the voiceover. So I'm gonna try to make Wednesdays like Woodwork Wednesday. Try to have my construction videos drop on that. How do you guys feel about some of the nonsense I've just spat out a bit? Do you think the how-to videos would be good? Also, let me know your thoughts on what how-to videos you would want to do. What would you want to see? And it doesn't have to be just woodworking. It could be, obviously I'm not a licensed plumber or electrician. I'm not going to give huge videos on plumbing or electrical, but there's certain things, a handyman can do without getting in trouble. So if it's plumbing, if it like anything around the house, if you got something, feel free to submit it to me. Email me, heyizzo@yahoo.com. That's fine. Philip Miser, how-to tile basics. Okay, I have started a backsplash and I have a tile flooring coming up. So for some reason I am gun shy on tile because I just kind of do my own thing, and I hope I'm doing it correctly. And I've only had to tear out one shower in the past, and when I redid it the second time, the person was happy. So, you live and learn. But okay, alright. I'll show you the Izzo way, how to do tiles. Hopefully it's something close to how real people do tile. I watch a lot of tile YouTube videos. Does that help? What else? Okay, so something else, just a little secret thing here. And I'm only going to tell the 5 or 6 of you that are watching. I don't know how many people come back and watch these later, but okay, unplug your bathroom sink. Okay, I got ideas about that. Yeah, I could give you 3 different things to try. One is chemicals. That's like your last resort. Then you got a snake, then you got a plunger. I'll find that stuff and I'll make a video. That sounds good, Lynette. Thank you. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll probably do it here at the shop, though, instead of at home. I wonder if I should actually clog the sink on purpose and then unclog it. That sounds dangerous. Oh, man, are we at 20 minutes already? What on earth? You know what? Let's make a note of that, though, because I'll never remember. So let's put tile down. How-to videos. Tile. Basics. And clog your sink. Baby Yoda will keep track of that for me. There was something else I was going to tell you guys. Okay, there's only a couple of you here. So, sorry, just lost in thoughts. So I don't know how much you guys enjoy or how much you think it's a good idea to have like this conglomerate that I've done. I think it's helped with getting subs. I originally wanted stuff divided. I wanted music, cello specifically. I wanted construction, and I wanted everything else on another channel. Um, but it seemed like the construction one had the most views, and then I started putting more stuff than just construction on the construction channel, and then I kind of gave up on those other two channels. Do you guys like that format? Do you like the mix of content? Would you rather see three channels? Um, I don't know. It's just stuff that I always think about because there's enough alcohol content. Like I almost feel like almost need to switch gears. like like, hey, I'm a bourbon channel that does these other things. I'm not the greatest with the tastings. The collecting is fun. I've got quite a collection now. Can't wait to be able to display it on those cabinets. But do you guys think I should leave all the content the same? Is it weird? Do you think it would help viewership slash subscribership if I divided it back up? Let me know your thoughts. And either in the comments in the chat or heyazu@yahoo.com. Because I was also thinking, and we were thinking of this on purpose. Hopefully he won't get mad that I talk about it. So me and Devin, you've seen him on some of the Devin Thomas, the my black friend that I do drinking with videos with sometimes. We were thinking that because we're a black dude and a white dude, we think we could have a really interesting bourbon channel that might get a lot of views. We figure people that like to see the unity between the races will watch. We think the people that hate to see the unity between the races will watch, and then people that like bourbon will watch. So that's like everyone. So we were thinking of that. We don't know if we're going to do it, so don't get too excited yet. But if I do that, my alcohol content might go to that channel if we do that. And we've been trying to think of some names for what the channel would be. 8 viewers! 8! My goodness! We're trying to think of what the channel would be named. And we had some goofy ideas. Chocolate and vanilla bourbon tasting or something like that. But that seems a little lame. That was the first one I came up with, a little bit lame. Then we thought of, okay, cool, it does sound like a good idea. Cool. Yeah, we thought so too, but I mean, we were 3 pours in, so, you never know what's a good idea at that point. Our second name we sort of came up with, and I actually made a YouTube channel named this, just in case. But we thought Coffee and Toffee Brothers, and maybe the problem with that is that you'd think we're a coffee and a toffee reviewing channel. So, I don't know. So it rolls off the tongue nice, Coffee and Toffee, but we'd probably have to put bourbon in the name or something like that. And then I also thought, so if we want to get alcohol names into that channel name, is that we could be bourbon and pale ale, which that's my latest thought on that. So I don't know, it's just something that we're kicking around. I don't ever have to like totally get rid of alcohol reviews on this channel. Lots of content, only 2 channels. Shelly doesn't mind it, but she sees the idea. Yeah. So, we won't make any decisions yet. And the Ruin, if you will have any channel ideas, I'd love to join you on a channel as well. But yeah, that's all. Maybe we'll... Bourbon Bros. Yes. Or if we could sneak like the... It's too long a phrase. If we could sneak like the brother from another mother in there, that would be quite funny. But who knows? Oh, and we had this plan. We figured like, oh yeah, at some point we're gonna get into a fake fight and have the drama. Hi, so I'm number 9. Woo! Thank you, Bill. It's nice to have you here, Bill. Yeah, we figured we could argue and fight and get into some drama, just for fun. Like we would never, we would never do that. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna go another 8 minutes. We're gonna end this at 7 Eastern Standard Time because I do have to get home. And actually, I'm not drinking. Well, I need to. So what I've been doing. So here's a little fun thing I do. So just in case you're getting into this bourbon journey, what I've started doing, I don't know how well it'll show up, is I actually put my notes in magic marker on the side of my bottle now. So I got this Old Ezra 7 straight rye year whiskey. I said that out of order. Bourbon and ivory. Ooh, I like that. That's good. So on the nose for this one, you know, I may as well find the regular bourbon too. All right, so I was gifted this by a customer, and it's not, from what I've found, it's not super rare, but it's rare enough that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for anything. You can give me bottled 12 year $12 early times, and I'm gonna be grateful. I like it all. So we got the 7 year old. One is Ezra Brooks bourbon. One is Ezra Brooks rye. So the bourbon I kind of figured out. The nose I get vanilla and cloves. The palate is mostly just oak. It's just like earthy tones. And then the finish for me is hot on this, and it's probably because it's 117 proof, so it's 58.5% alcohol. And then, man, and now the fourth drawer is filling up. I really got to get those cabinets here. So, oh, you know what? Let me see this so I can compare. That's what I meant to do when I pulled it out. All right, so the nose for these two. So one's a rye, one's a bourbon. So I got vanilla in both, but in the rye I got an oak smell. In the bourbon I got a vanilla smell. On the palate on this one I got oak, and the finish was hot. Now for the rye, I can't decide what I'm tasting, and that's the only reason I'm still drinking it at the moment. I'd have been done before this live stream started otherwise. So all I have is the finish is spicy, but I cannot figure out what the palate is. Oh, okay, something else I thought about to try to get a little more construction content for you guys. I was also going to kind of do tool reviews. I don't know why those two words are weird together, but I was going to do tool reviews and maybe kind of show you how to use the tool. I think that would be better. Like not only a review, but also how to use it properly. Maybe some tips and tricks that aren't included in the instruction manual for the review. So I don't know if that sounds interesting. I'm going to try to do those. Let's add those on the list. We need to diversify. We don't really need to. I would just do these stupid live streams with you people and be happy. I don't know if that would make you guys happy, but all right. So we're gonna add tool, review, and instruction. All right. So we'll add that. So we'll try to get in June and July, some new content, especially construction wise, because I really would sort of like this to be. Whoops, a construction channel. Shelly likes that idea. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can figure out finally what I'm tasting. All right. So it's like a spicy bourbon gone wild. Yeah, we could. Well, might get my channel deleted by YouTube right away if we get too wild. But yeah, that would work. I'll add that on there in a second. I'm getting like, oh, too sweet though. Okay, cool. So I haven't released it. I will have to show you something real quick though. So they're not edited together, and I already have a plan for this Thursday. But something I've found, which might be interesting to some of you wine drinkers. Sometimes bourbons and whiskeys and ryes are finished in other casks. Like for it to be, let's just say bourbon for now. Because let me see, are these bourbons? Yeah, both of these that I'm going to show you are bourbons. So sometimes a bourbon is finished in another cask. So to be a bourbon, as Lynette helped me find out, has to be 51% corn whiskey or more. It has to be finished in new American oak casks with a certain char level on the inside, and it has to be aged for at least 2 years. But sometimes after the aging process is done, they'll take that bourbon and they'll throw it into something that had rum, or like that Watershed that I hated. That was thrown into apple brandy barrels. So I picked up Thomas S. Moore, and this is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and this is finished in Merlot casks. So after someone had finished making their Merlot, they tossed some bourbon in there to finish it. Had I started making notes? Nope, I hadn't started making notes on my bottles yet. So I've got that pre-recorded, so I'll show you sometime. I did enjoy both of these. Now that one was $80, and that's the Merlot. I've heard great things about the Thomas S. Moore finished in Cabernet Sauvignon casks, and I already spent a bunch of money, so probably not until the next time I get a check from a customer, I might order one of the Cab Sauv cask finished because I saw it on a website at a decent price. Now this one, Basil Hayden, and this is like, I think this was $45. This is aged in wine casks. All it says is wine casks, red wine. The only thing it says about the red wine is that it's California red wine, which California red wines are very good, of course. So not this Thursday, maybe next Thursday, I will post that as the Thirsty Thursday. They were both very good, and I'm not disappointed I bought either. But for the price point, may as well go for that Basil Hayden because it was $25 less and probably tasted just a tiny bit better. So something I want to do with, man, I gotta leave in 2 minutes. So something I want to do with the back bar when I get it done is my shelves. You know how everyone's always doing tier lists online of different things. So my shelves are actually going to be my tier list. I will have the S shelf, the A shelf, the B shelf, the C shelf, the D shelf, and the floor. The floor is the stuff that I would never buy again. So my shelving will actually turn into a tier list, and we will do some sort of crazy live Thirsty Thursday and try a bunch of them. You know, that it's bourbon, it's alcohol. You know, you can't try them all in one setting. That would be horrible for my body, and wouldn't be able to drive home for a while. I'd have to build a bed before I build the shelf here. But that's just another thought. I have tons of thoughts. We'll see if I have enough time to do all this craziness. Yeah, it's like a spicy brown sugar, if that makes any sense. It's like the spice of the rye grain. And okay, so what I've been doing, here's the other thing that I just started doing. So some bourbon people, and I better write that brown sugar thing down, because I'll forget. Where'd my pen go? Here's one. So one thing that some bourbon people talk about is the neck pour. So if you hear someone talk about the neck pour, that's this little bit of alcohol right at the top when you first buy a bottle of alcohol. So the neck pour, some people claim tastes different than the rest of the bottle. So you drink off the neck, and then the rest of this has more air. Now the oxygen is going to oxidize, obviously, your bourbon. It's going to change the taste as it opens. They call it opening up. It's going to change the taste. It's going to open it up. That's why. And then some people, when their bottle gets real low, they will, even to save the way that it's tasting, so it doesn't oxidize any further, they'll put it into a smaller container and lessen the amount of air. I'm not ever going to get that crazy, but what I decided, so traditionally for your infinity bottles, what someone does is they wait till their bottle's almost empty, and they take that last little bit and they pour it in their infinity bottle. So what I'm doing instead, and it'll start getting reflected in my reviews. What's probably going to start happening is, instead of a long and short review on Thirsty Thursday like I've done the last few weeks, I never wrote that note. I pulled out the marker, opened it up, never wrote the note. Brown sugar, spicy brown sugar. Gotta write spicy in there. Spicy brown sugar. Alright, cool. Let's put this somewhere. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm pouring the neck pour into my glass, and then I'm trying it to get my initial reaction. I gotta leave. Trying it to get my initial reaction, and then I'm pouring the rest of it into the bottle and the barrel. So I'll take what's left of this, and actually, of the three that I tried today, this is the one I've had the biggest struggle with, trying to figure out what I'm tasting. So I'm gonna probably add a little bit to this, and then put it in to the bottle and barrel. So instead of the traditional way of doing an infinity bottle, I am putting the top in, actually, and then that will allow me. And I haven't decided how long I'm going to let it sit. Maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. I'll start figuring it out. So very soon, the Thirsty Thursdays will be a short of me doing the neck pour of a bottle, and then the long will be me going back to a bottle after it's gotten a chance to oxidize, after it's gotten a chance to open up, and and then see how the taste difference is. So I'll be able to go back to my notes that I wrote, and actually, I should write the date. I may as well write the date on here, because that's going to keep me organized. What is today? 12th. All right, so we'll say opened 6/12. I don't know, so we'll see. This is just, I don't know why this is so amusing to me. It is just amusing. And I'm not even, like I said, I don't feel like I'm a snobby bourbon guy. I will buy it all. I'm gonna eventually buy it all, no matter how cheap it is, and try it all. So I'm more of like an obsessive collector than a bourbon snob. And right now I've been focusing on bourbons and whiskeys, but you've seen me try the mezcal. Like I want to get into it all. When I was in Texas, the bartenders at the Hilton intermingled with my bourbons. They gave me a little shot of a. Hey, there's Rex Robinson. Good to see you. They gave me a shot of gin. It started with an H. I'm gonna have to look it up and see. Like I want to say it was like Hampton, maybe Hendrix, Samson, Swansonite. I don't know. So I'll find out what it is. It was amazing tasting. Deal with that in 2 or 3 minutes. So 6/12/23. So yeah, so I'll record the neck pour video, and in the future, not right now, and then I'll do a longer review after the oxidation has taken a bit of effect. I don't know, and we'll see how it goes. That's all I got for you today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. Definitely thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. Yeah, I got a thing at 7:30. I shaved this morning. 5 o'clock shadow isn't bad, so I won't care. I'll throw some water in the hair. That'll be fine. Anything else fun this week? So tomorrow I'm finishing a countertop and then installing it. So maybe I'll take some clips of doing that. Wednesday's a backup day in case this goes poorly. And if it doesn't go poorly, I'll be working on a backsplash. And thanks, Lynette. You too. So Wednesday, if I might be out trying to finish a kitchen, mostly working on a backsplash, getting some drywall mudding done. Oh, 10 viewers! You people are crazy. I love you. You're the best. Thursday, I'm doing a little bit of volunteer work, and it's not a very big job. It's just like installing a couple cabinets, and then I got to make a installing 2 cabinets. I got to make a countertop, but the laminate's not even shipping to me until Friday. So I'll get the cabinet somewhere in here, or I'll get the laminate somewhere in here and finish that job. But just a quick volunteer job, Jefferson Cabinets. And then after the cabinets, that's not too far from the backsplash job. So that's the VI job. So we'll be on VI both those days. Saturday I'm in Sandusky. No, not Saturday. Friday I'm in Sandusky. We'll do a live stream. I was briefly up to 10. I'm down to 5 already. And so Sunday around noon. I'm going to do my best to make it right at noon. No promises. But sometime around noon, I will do a live stream from Cedar Point. We'll go eat something, drink something, ride a roller coaster, walk around for a few minutes. Maybe we'll do an hour and a half live stream. Maybe I should charge my my gimbal and get my chest mount going. So that'll be this week. So probably no recap on Friday. We'll just let the live stream be the live stream, and we'll talk about it more next Monday. Let's see. Let me look at next Monday. Make sure nothing weird's happening. It's the 19th. I don't think anything weird is happening. So for most of the rest of the month, I'll be focusing on getting VI's kitchen done. And got to get that done so I can get on to the next job. Next job will be one of 2 basements that I'm supposed to do. And possibly for B&L. B&L want their kitchen done. But also they've had some interesting things happen in their life. So we may shift more to a replanning session for B&L and maybe push them out just a little bit, maybe push them to August. Texas, I got to be planning. Naples, I got to be planning. Lynette and Bill, I got to be planning. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Lynette and Bill. You are not B&L. It's a different B&L. Lynette and Bill, since you're in the chat, I don't mind saying your name. And but you're in the planning stage, so we can get you a good plan. I've got some interesting ideas for that bathroom. That'll be a fun project. All right. Okay, I do have to go. 7:07. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was a pleasure to be here with you. Lynette, you're good to me. No, Lynette, actually, never tell a contractor no rush. Never. If I teach you guys nothing else on this channel, never tell your contractor there's no rush because you won't even believe what we'll do. Um, cool. That would be awesome, Shelly. I will shoot you a text. Blue. Boo. Stephen New. I don't know. Is it a reference that I missed? But maybe he meant something else. But yeah, never tell. Oh, retracted. I bet he was gonna say true. Oh, bye. No, never mind. Okay, bye. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you later this week. There'll be at least a short tonight, maybe a cello, and woodwork on Wednesday, Thirsty Thursdays, Sandusky on Friday. Ooh, sounds like a busy week for a change. I can't wait to show it all to you, and I'll see you later at Izzo's place.